Why is Aquarius symbolized by the water bearer? When people first hear the word Aquarius, they picture water. They imagine tides, rivers, oceans, and storms. But Aquarius is not water. It is an air sign, born of thought, of vision, of rebellion. The water bearer does not belong to the water, they carry it. And in that simple image lies one of the most profound truths of the zodiac. Aquarius exists not to reflect what already is, but to deliver what could be. Imagine a desert, barren, lifeless, where people are thirsty but too weary to move. Then, from the horizon, someone appears. Not a ruler, not a warrior, not a prophet, but a figure carrying a jar. In their arms is water, clear and endless, poured freely onto the earth. With it comes new life, new beginnings, and the promise of something better. That figure is Aquarius. That is why their symbol is not the sea, not a river, not even the rain, but the bearer of water itself, the one who carries renewal where it is needed most. This is the story of Aquarius, not to blend in, not to follow, not even to comfort, but to disrupt, to awaken, and to transform. Aquarius stands at the edge of the zodiac like a wanderer, carrying something fragile yet unshakable. The water they hold is not ordinary. It is symbolic. It represents knowledge, truth, vision, and the future. Where others cling to the past, Aquarius pours tomorrow into the present. Their mind is the jar, their thoughts the current, and their spirit the endless flow. It is no coincidence that Aquarius is often misunderstood. To walk ahead of the crowd is to be questioned, doubted, even feared. Their ideas feel like storms to those who live in silence. Their visions feel like chaos to those who find comfort in the ordinary. Yet Aquarius does not carry water for themselves. They carry it for the world. They bear what others cannot because someone must. But carrying the future is not light work. The water bearer's jar is heavy. Aquarius feels this weight in their solitude, in the times they pour endlessly into others, yet find no one pouring back into them. People drink from their well of ideas, their compassion, their vision, but few stop to ask, who replenishes the bearer? This is why Aquarius is often seen as distant, detached, or aloof. It is not that they lack emotion, far from it. It is that they cannot afford to drown in their own feelings when the world is waiting for them to deliver. They are dreamers, but disciplined ones. Givers, but guarded ones. Their heart is vast, but their love demands understanding. To understand why Aquarius is symbolized by the water bearer, one must look deeper into their paradox. They are the ones who connect humanity, yet they often feel alone. They bring renewal, yet they themselves can run dry. They fight for freedom, yet carry the responsibility of an eternal weight. Aquarius is not just the symbol of water, they are the symbol of choice. The act of pouring is deliberate. It means they decide when to give, when to share, and when to withhold. Unlike rivers that flow without direction, Aquarius pours with intention. They are the ones who break patterns, who choose innovation over repetition, who refuse to let the world remain stagnant. This is why they are rebels. This is why they are visionaries. This is why they are feared and loved in equal measure. There is also a loneliness in being Aquarius that few will ever understand. The water bearer always arrives before the others. They see the drought before it comes, the famine before it strikes, the emptiness before it spreads. They prepare, they carry, they pour. But in doing so, they separate themselves from the crowd. People may admire the water, but they rarely admire the effort it took to bring it. They celebrate the nourishment, but forget the bearer's tired hands. And yet, Aquarius does not stop, because they know that if they put down the jar, the desert will stay barren. If they stop pouring, life will wither. If they give up, hope will fade. So they keep walking, keep carrying, keep giving, even when their own thirst remains unquenched. This is the heart of Aquarius, not a sign of weakness, not a sign of detachment, but a sign of endurance. the ability to carry for others what others cannot carry for themselves. The water bearer also represents balance. Notice how they do not hoard the water. They do not guard it or lock it away. They pour it freely, endlessly, without asking for anything in return. To be Aquarius is to believe that knowledge belongs to everyone, that freedom should not be caged, that truth should not be controlled. They carry the water, but it is not theirs. It is meant for the world. This is what makes Aquarius unshakable in their convictions. They will stand alone if they must, fight against the tide if they must, be misunderstood, rejected, even exiled, because they know the water is worth it. They know the future is worth it. They know humanity is worth it. Why then is Aquarius symbolized by the water bearer? Because the jar they carry is not filled with seas or rivers. It is filled with hope. Because the act of pouring is not an accident. It is a choice. Because the journey of carrying is not about the destination. It is about responsibility. Aquarius is not just a dreamer. They are the one who dares to carry the dream into reality, no matter how heavy it becomes. So when you see the symbol of Aquarius, the figure holding a jar, pouring endlessly, remember this. It is not just an image. It is a story of sacrifice, of resilience, of vision, of love too big to keep contained. Aquarius is the water bearer because they remind us that life, truth, and freedom must always be carried, poured, and shared, and that someone, somewhere, must be brave enough to carry it first. If you're an Aquarius, drop your birthday in the comments. Let the world see the bearer of tomorrow's light.